Dobre Vicho Tavarishi, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Europa Universalis 3. Did you catch it there? I changed things up on you. Actually, Dobre Vicho means good evening in Russian, and I don't know if you guys will be watching this in the evening or not, but it's the evening right here, and right now. And it's been a while. It's actually been, over a month since I put a new Europa Universalis Let's Play up. And been over 3 weeks since I've recorded anything at all. And if you've been following my channel at all, you know the reason for that. You know what's going down. You know what's up. Basically, if you have been oblivious this whole time, I'll put you up to speed. Basically what's happening is that YouTube pulled down a whole bunch of my Fallout New Vegas Let's Plays, and I decided enough is enough. I'm not dealing with this YouTube crap anymore. It's time to go rogue, and it's time to set up my own website where I can host my videos and no longer have to deal with the garbage that YouTube throws at me on a daily basis. So it's all very exciting. That is coming along swimmingly. My goal is to have it done by the end of the year. Hopefully, start things again on the new site in January. And at the rate things are going, I'm going to beat that goal and have it done before that. So, very good news on that front. Things are going quite well. But back to Europa Universalis. And last time we chatted, I was colonizing the great North American continent. And since then, not much has happened in terms of colonization. I've managed to connect my Hudson Bay colonies with my mainland Canadian colonies. I took a Portuguese colony away from them, and the Portuguese are in a rough way. If we look at them, the only thing they hold on to in the Iberian Peninsula is Lisbon. And they actually moved their capital to, I believe it's over here. Yes, it is here. And Barwi in Africa. So they're hurting. They no longer have any real European presence. They do have a significant presence in Africa. And yeah, and a little bit in the South Americas, but it seems that they're in a rough way. That they've been occupied a whole bunch here. And with that, I do have something I'd like to start. I've got one of the reasons I'm doing this recording right now is to, kind of inform you what's been going on, and also to, continue the Europa Universalis saga. But there's going to be a lot of information here, probably. I'll probably just start divulging stuff left, right, and center, and it's all going to be fueled in the backdrop of a bloody Swedish war. And I'm doing this because Sweden is near me, and they're weak, so I can pick on them easily and take a few territories away from them quickly in a rather hopefully painless war for me, and will be incredibly damaging to them. And it's not because I hate Sweden or anything. I know they've actually got lots of Swedish fans out there, and not invading Sweden because I have any particular prejudice against them. It's because they're weak, and I'm the mighty militaristic nation of Prussia, and back in these days it was a dog-eat-dog world in terms of international relations, that the weak would eat the stronger, pretty much the rules of the jungle, and that's how we're gonna roll today. So I'm about to declare war. Let's use the liberation casus belli. They are oppressing the peoples that deserve freedom. Yeah, that's a total joke. It's about as legitimate as a casus belli as America's claim to invade Afghanistan and Iraq. Bam! Yeah, I've been saving that one. I'll get hate mail for that. But I don't care. I'm in a good mood. And your absurd hate mail will not bring me down today. Wait, did I declare war? Oops, I didn't yet. Alright. Uh-oh. Oh, Bohemia was my ally. They have betrayed me and dishonored me, but Spain has come to my defense. And let's see. Let's look at how the sides are being divvied up. Okay, so the Prussian-Swedish War of Liberation of 1634 between Prussia and they're called Castile, but I just call them Spain because they're always Spain in my mind. But anyway, the war has 45,000 cavalry between me and Spain, 1,800,000 infantry. Sorry, 180,000 infantry. I mean, from my side, and 30,000 cannons. The combined coalition of Sweden, the Knights, Portugal, and Platosk have 19,000 cavalry, 32,000 infantry, and 5,000 cannons. So as you can see, the balance is extremely in our favor. Oh, I gotta take out Platosk and the Platoskian army. So the reason why I haven't really been recording a lot of videos is not exactly because I'm working on this website, which I am, and like I said, things are coming along nicely on that front, but have had a ton of schoolwork, and actually my last class is tomorrow, which I will be presenting my last presentation, but I had to do a final assignment for psychology of music, and she gave me the choice to do basically, you know, whatever I really felt like doing for that assignment. And I asked her if I could do a movie about the history of Russian choir. She gave me the go-ahead, and in case you haven't seen that, or if you want to see it, it's posted on my coffee house channel right now. Went over very, very well. Although people were kind of confused by like what the hell was going on with that. Oh, apparently they want me to call. Sure. Oh, I'm in another war. The Cornish-Castilian Punitive War started in 1638 against me, Castile, Mecklenburg, Navarra, and Prussia, which is me, against Cornwall, Conchat, Ireland, and Lorraine. And they have a minuscule army in comparison to our mighty combined nations. So yeah, that went live. My project went live on my coffeehouse channel. Like I said, people were a little bit confused about what the hell exactly it was. I explained it in the school description. It was a school project, and a lot of people were like, "Stalin, this is kind of boring." And I'm like, "Dude, it's a project for school. What exactly did you expect here?" But if you're interested in the history of such an obscure subject, you can definitely check out my 3-part video if you are so inclined. That was a ton of work, actually. That was a lot of work. Turns out making a documentary in 2 weeks is not an easy task. Oh, okay, whatever. Yeah, that was not something that was easy to do all the research and get all the footage and, you know, record all the narration and everything. But the hardest part was I had to cite sources for the class, because psychology class is all about citations, and you got to do a ton of citations for the class. I'm sure that's probably, if there's any other, you know, people in the sciences, I'm pretty sure that's, you know, the same for any science, because, you know, they just want to make sure you're not talking out your ass, right? That you're just not saying complete and total garbage. And they want you to say, or to cite what you say so you can back it up, and there's evidence, and, you know, so they know where you're coming from. But the hardest part was it was really hard to find sources in English. So I had to go, and I found a bunch of Russian sources, and I spent hours and hours and hours going through them and slowly translating them and making sure I could understand, you know, what the sources were about. And that was probably the hardest work for me. Oh, Finnish nationalists have risen up. It's a crying shame. We've got a duel to the death going on here. Oh, it looks like we forced the Swedes back. And the other project that has been taking up a ton of time is the business project that I spoke about doing briefly. I'm doing the presentation tomorrow. Oh look, Portugal wants a peace treaty. I will accept that peace treaty. I don't need to pick on them any more than they've already been picked on. But doing that business project, and I'm doing the project about Electronic Arts. You all know EA, of course. Right now is the second. It is the largest game company in terms of employees and developers and everything, but it's the second most profitable, if you will, or has the second most amount of money. Because right now Activision Blizzard has that title. And we're doing the project. We're talking about how the company works and whether or not it's a good investment opportunity and all that fantastic stuff. And right now it actually is a pretty good investment opportunity because their stock is low, and I can almost guarantee you in time that it will rise up yet again. Anyway, did that project. I'm going to present it tomorrow. A lot of hard work there. It was mainly working with a group. It was a group project. And when it comes to schoolwork, I can say without any shadow of a doubt that I work the best when it's just myself doing the project. I do not like group projects very much. And I just don't like organizing all these people, especially considering that all these people were like first-year students, because it's a introductory business class, and I took it because I thought it might be nice to have a business class. And but all the people in my group are first-year students, and organizing them and telling them how things work in university is no easy task. I can take back Finland right now. Except for some Sweden. But the hardest part was trying to teach them all how to cite their sources. Fortunately, like I said before, due to my psychology major, I have got a lot of practice in citing sources. But none of these other people had any practice, so I had to sit there and explain how you cite sources in the right way. And everything. And then of course, me having a fairly big personality, ended up taking on a leadership role and really having to be the one that tells everybody what to do and how to do it. And that also takes up a lot of work. But it was kind of fun to do the whole report and learn a little bit more about Electronic Arts and that kind of stuff, like how the company actually works. Because, because doing the report, right, I had to do lots of comparisons to Electronic Arts and Activision, because they're the two, companies that are video game companies that are really going at it. Really kind of vie for dominance. I mean, there's smaller publishers like Ubisoft and THQ and Take-Two and all those guys, but they're nowhere near as big as EA and Activision. And getting to learn more about how EA, really works was a joy. And it turns out that, in all likelihood, for doing this research, that EA will once again be the most profitable and overtake Activision, sort of, the most profitable gaming company and the one that has the most money, because Activision relies on 3 franchises for, it was found the number is 66% of its income, and that's huge.